speaking about diverse and new markets, this transition to the Philippines, what were your drivers in terms of getting to the Philippines?
It was not an easy decision. It was partially affected by the fact that my parents were getting old, and my mom in particular has been ill. So there has been for some time my desire to come closer to my family, because both my sister and brother studied in America, but they all went back to Korea, and I was only one overseas. But when the opportunity came about, I got very excited about what it could be. I mean, AIM has amazing history, amazing legacies, and incredible potential to reinventing tradition or almost disrupting your own innovation. We were the pioneer in management education, and everybody knows now the competition just around the region is amazing. So I wanted to be part of something, a movement, a place where I could bring diversity, I could bring different perspectives.
How much of a mandate have you been able to take from the board and say, I'm going to execute this vision of mine? And tell us about, interacting with the different stakeholders here, also with the greater business community, and bringing people to the Philippines as it comes under the radar of the investment community.
I am very pleasantly surprised how many different stakeholders are just dying to see AIM gets its glory and more. We are now 2 years shy of 50th anniversary. And when our founders established AIM, there was a great mission of establishing Asian school, serving Asian community, business community, as well as other communities of society. And the fact that we have 42,000 alumni out there who are also almost dying to see that we come back to that glorious position. So I'm working hard, but I'm not really working alone. I think part of what I see as my responsibility is to mobilize that passion, that commitment that already exists out there, and if you will, showing the vision, showing what AIM could be again. It's not only building on and strengthening what we have, but also introducing new innovation. I think that is very important, because the world now is certainly different from the world that 48 years ago, how AIM was established. I think every developing country like Philippines need business school, management school that others can look up to, where leaders are produced, that we make contribution to society and business community in terms of providing that capacity.
Well, Jikyeong, we're already seeing that those strands of your leadership come together. We're looking at you've already relaunched the Masters in Entrepreneurship program, one of your prestigious parts of the program. You're also looking at the new Masters in Innovation in Business, which you've launched as well. And then, interestingly enough, to match industry and academe, you now have an incubation partnership with the great technology investor and inventor in Silicon Valley, Dado Banatao. Tell us how these all come together and what else is in store for AIM.
We were working on curriculum renovation for MBA program. And I did not know that actually AIM used to have a very successful entrepreneurship program. And that's something I feel very passionate about. What I value in people is entrepreneurial spirit, in terms of not just accepting status quo, always exploring opportunities. And when I had a few faculty members who are very keen to relaunch the program, that was no-brainer. Now, Master of Science in Innovation and Business and our AIM Dado Banatao Incubator also fit in very, very well. So again, that just didn't need a lot of pondering, because it made the perfect sense to think about having different elements that will actually create our ecosystem, if you will. So innovation in business is all about being entrepreneurial, teaching people communication skills, business skills, project management skills, how to think about putting innovation into a marketplace that actually has an opportunity to become something rather than ending up in a laboratory. So again, it made sense. Typically, AIM focused on our MBA market and our Masters in Development Management market. They tend to be a minimum 4-5 years out of graduation. But now with a MIB program, we have an opportunity to cater to younger graduates, some of them right out of university, who many people see as lacking confidence to actually engage in a diverse stakeholder situation beyond their technical expertise. So, we are covering more of a spectrum of educating the public and different stakeholders.
You've got this 50th anniversary coming up in a couple of years. You've got the ingredients, the building blocks are there. Your passion is certainly very strong around the brand and the institution. Where do you see this by the time you hit 50 years? What is the key result area for Asian Institute of Management under your leadership?
So I have 2 more programs right now I'm working on. One is to explore whether we could offer degree program in big data analytics. So I'm working with some of colleagues and industry people to develop that into a master's program. We are also exploring whether we could start disaster and risk management program. Our mission is not just a business, but we also have a development management school. So it's about making sure that we do well, but we do good. Making sure that we address business issues and concerns, but we also think about the society and community. So I think we need to think about how not only teach innovation, but we actually engage in innovation ourselves in terms of how we deal with management education. Right now, we are at a stage of formulating our strategic vision for 50th anniversary. So there will be a group of different stakeholders working on it, our board members, our alumni, our faculty, our students even. My goal is to raise $50 million to celebrate our 50th anniversary.
Well, that certainly is a proper endowment to not only build an institution, but take it into the future and the country along with it. Jikyeong, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
I appreciate your insights and sharing your story and the story of this wonderful institution.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
To develop leaders, you must build on their strengths, give them the tools to thrive and succeed, and transform a personal experience into an institutional brand and vision and growth plan. For Jikyeong Kang, it can be done by having a clear sense of purpose, a single-minded pursuit of excellence, and a passion for her avowed goals in all corners of the world. Join us again next week as we explore the minds and the moves of the country's and world's most successful people.